No brains, like, no brains at all. Literally no brains. G'day everyone and welcome back to another episode of Frogs Hollow TV, brought to you again by our great partners at TC Media and Rose and Sons Earth Moving. And unfortunately tonight it's a bit of a different tone out here at Frogs Hollow. A good friend and co-host of the show, Wheelie Rose, he actually was involved in a pretty nasty bike accident on Tuesday afternoon. So far so good for Wheelie. He's down in Tamworth Base Hospital. He was out of ICU today. He has got a few back, neck, shoulder injuries. It will be a long road back for Wheelie. So more than likely that'll be us for the year racing wise. But hopefully he can get back to full recovery. Doctors seem pretty confident, and it's just a bit of another setback for the man himself, and hopefully, things can start looking up for him moving forward. But as he said today, I spoke to him this morning, he said the show must go on, and here we are bringing you episode 13 of Frogs Hollow TV. Throughout this episode, you'll once again see some incredible action footage from our great contributors. We are beyond thankful again for everything you do for us here on Frogs Hollow TV. To Shane Hutt, mate, thank you for your OBR in-car from ORC round 2. Brett Lehman, again, for the outstanding Pooncarie and Mum Bennett coverage. Likewise, Corey Aldridge of Show and Go Photography. Also to Jesse Barnes and Dale Bishop for your one-shot media coverage of Pooncarie and also over there at Perilla. And also, just a note, I know Wheelie's not here beside me tonight, but it was great to catch up with those guys down there at Pooncarie a few weeks ago. Great men of the sport, and they're just the unhidden talent, I suppose, in off-road racing. They don't get a lot of acknowledgement, but we like to do that here on the show. So now straight into our first event this weekend, and a brand new event down in South Australia, the 2022 Tiger Vac Bend Short Course, round 2 of the South Australian Off-Road Racing Association Multi-Club Series, hosted by the Gawler Road Knights Car Club, held at the Ben Motorsport Park at Tailem Bend. So really cool concept. I believe it's going to be around 200 kilometre event, 10 kilometre circuit. So yeah, I'll do 18, 20 laps over the weekend. Super cool. About 22, 23 entries for the weekend. So maybe a little bit low for the South Oz competitors down there. But as I said on multiple shows, you could race nearly every weekend in South Australia. So yeah, great to see those cars rolling up to the grid on Saturday morning. Of course, offroadracing.com.au will be at the event, so you can check online for live times and so forth, up-to-date info. South Australian and Australian ARB number 1, Aaron and Chelsea Havey will bring their Element machine into battle down there at Tailem Bend this weekend. Great to see those guys, really supporting these smaller events in their home state. Tim Vanderberg and his V8-powered SS Racetech Hustler is also in the field. Daryl Nissen, another regular South Australian competitor, is there in his Saw Nissan VQ35. David Hall, John Smith in his trophy truck, others to keep a watch on. Also to David Adams in his Sportslight Desert Rat Honda buggy. Tom Hicks, Jeff Brennan and Grant Winter, who are picks of the side-by-side pro class. To Sam and Hayden Vanstone in their Rids Race Frame Jokers, Super 1650 machines. They all lead the class there. And also, along with Mark Taylor and Jake England, others to watch in Class 2. So my top 5 for the 2022 Tiger Vac Bend Short Course. You can't go past Aaron Havey. I mean, you've got rocks in your head if you can pick against him. I mean, he's an absolute freak down there in South Oz. He did have the power steering issue at the Rainbow event there in early April, but yeah, a short course action. Aaron Havey is my man down there. Daryl Nissen, I think he'll be really hard. He'll be right up there, I believe, in his Saw Prolight machine. He's my second pick. David Hall is another. He's got a lot of experience across South Australia and Australian events, so I think he'll be hard to beat. I think I've picked him in third. John Smith is a bit of an interesting one. He's a very consistent campaigner. So this short course action, I believe it's a really open flowing track. It could be a dark horse. I think he's going to the Think Desert race in 2X, so this is just a bit of a test for John Smith. And my fifth pick is, it's a bit of a roughie, but I've gone with Hayden Vanstone in the Class 2 machine. So all the best to the Vanstones down there this weekend in South Oz. So now to our second event preview for the show. It's the 2022 Samba Metalworks Moyston Short Course. They were one of the events in Victoria last year, lucky enough to run due to COVID-19. So they're back in 2022, of course, hosted by the Geelong Off-Road Buggy Association, run under the ASA flag. It's going to be around, 3 heats of 7 laps, and I believe it's around 4.5, 5 kilometre per lap. So nice little short course event down there for you Victorians this weekend. It's also round 4 of the Victorian Off-Road Club Shield. So last year, the one-day club event was won by David Davis in his Class 10, and Glenn Pike was second in his Can-Am. So Tim Lloyd, I think, will be very hard to beat in his Jimco. He's obviously getting quicker and quicker there. Brant Knight and Kevin Howard in his Matrix Buggy, another hard charger. They're just a couple of the standouts for me in the field. My selections for the Moyston Short Course on Saturday, I've gone with Glenn Pike, second last year. He had a great, I think he was 10th at Rainbow in April in the ARB Australian event. He also had a win at Avalon earlier in the year, so I can't go past the Can-Am of Glenn Pike. I've gone with the single-seater Class 10 of Brant Knight for second. He's also a hard charger down there in Victoria. I've gone with Tim Lloyd for third, the Unlimited Buggy. And I've gone the Class 3 of Dean Williams for a bit of a surprise in fourth, and Darren Franklin for fifth outright down there. Just my selections for the Moyston Short Course for 2022. So now on to our last event preview for this weekend. It's the rescheduled Pat's Diesel Services Dalby 100 over there in beautiful southern Queensland. Round 2 of the ARB Mickey Thompson Queensland Championship. Kai Floyd won't be there. He was the winner last year. He flew to victory in his Can-Am. And this year, 2020 champion, 19 and 20 champion, Clayton Chapman is back in his Angry Razorback. And he's definitely my number one selection over there this weekend. I would have put in a little surprise packet and maybe picked Derek Rose for second, but unfortunately we won't be on the grid for obvious reasons. Mick Marson, one of the good friends of the show, he's over there in his Class 10 Junior Race Engineering single-seater. He'll be one to watch. Craig Krog in his Razorback, always, puts on a show, Craig. Thanks for all you do for our show, mate. Gympie winner, Christian Reach, who currently leads the Queensland Championship. Unfortunately, round 2 at Burdekin got cancelled after the wet weather. Then the event from Leyburn has been rescheduled to Dalby this weekend. So great for the Gympie Auto Motorsports Club for putting on another event at short notice. Mitchell Upton in his later Engineering Unlimited Buggy, another hard charger there. Bryce Derrick was second over at the Federal Short Course, another one to watch in his Class 6S machine. Russell Harnett, a genuine chance. I mean, anyone that's finished second out of Gun to Win, you can win a short course event like this. So all the best to Harnett Off-Road Racing over there. And also to Luke Brandon, another young gun. Keep an eye on Drells Racing because he's a hard-charging Polaris campaigner. Stephen Kildley and Paul Human, headline Class 4. Christian Truce in his Nissan Patrol, another genuine, he just sneaks under the radar. He might look big and bulky in the Orange Patrol, but he's a really quick peddler. I've seen him at short course racing at Gympie and Inglewood over the years, and I don't know if he can win the event, but he can definitely in that top 4 or 5. Also, check out the Future Champions class, one of our favourites here on the show, young Lincoln Taylor, Toby Musico, and Holly Gardner. Good to see young Holly in the field also. Those 3 competitors this weekend. And as we said on the last show, Lincoln Taylor and Toby Musico, the gap is really narrowing up there. And you never know, I might tip young Toby for a bit of an upset win over there at Dalby this weekend. So, so much to look forward to at Dalby. My 5 selections, I've gone Clayton Chapman. He's a bit like Aaron Havey in South Oz. If the Razorback holds together, I just think he's got all the attributes and keys to bringing home a 3rd Dalby victory. I've gone with Zach Marsh for second. He had a few steering issues at the Federal Short Course. He wants to win the Queensland Championship this year. He finished second at the Federal Short Course. So I just think Zach Marsh, if things can go his way over 110, 120 kilometres, I think he's a massive chance. Kai Camilleri, the young gun, the 16-year-old, he's already got a win at the event up in Moranbah earlier in the year in the North Queensland Series. I think he's a hot shot for the title. I know he's Red Nut Racing, as they call themselves. I just think he's right on that brink of like a Josh Weedman, just that really big breakthrough performance, you might add. Stuart Chapman in the single-seater Chenworth, he's a massive chance. I'd like to see him really up there. He's 6th at his home event in Federal, but I just think the tide might be turning. If he can just get one win over his brother Clayton, he just might go, through the clouds. So all the best to Stuart over there. And I've gone with one of the veterans of the field. He probably won't like me calling him a veteran because he's not that old really, but Tony Falaba, one of the nice blokes of Queensland racing. He's been around for donkey's years. He's rolling up for the first time in 2022, and you've got to have him in your top 5 selection. So there's so many more other cars you could pick in your top 5 selections. Queensland racing is literally booming, no other word to say. They're fortunate enough last year to have all events nearly run. Obviously Queensland had their own regulations and everything sort of went smoothly for those guys. But this weekend, 73 cars will roll up to the grid at Dalby, an 8 a.m. start to get everyone through as much racing as they can. All the best to them over there. Go hard, be safe, and have lots of fun. I know it is a bit damp over there, so check out the Gympie Auto Sports Car Club for some advice. How to get in there smoothly for the weekend's action. But all the best. Okay, everyone, that concludes part 1 of episode 13 on Frogs Hollow TV. Now, sit back and enjoy this awesome clip courtesy of One Shot Media, which leads us into part 2 featuring the Poon Carey Desert Dash. Cheerio.